The God that wields the dark Mjolnir returns and descends to his throne of thought to answer your question as the Magnus movement marches forward to 1 million subscribers. 100,000 strong! Now, I actually got a video question from a Magnus named Omari Johnson. I actually recognize your name. I've seen you before on my page, so let's see what you had to say, brother. I'm not going to show him because he didn't let me know if it was okay or not, so I'll just play it.
Tyrone, this is Omari Johnson. Just a quick question and stuff. How do I slow down and not rush into a relationship? That's a problem with me. I always rush and I don't want to do that anymore.
All right, brother. So let me explain this to you because I've always taken my time getting to know women before rushing into a relationship. And there were 2 girls that kind of rushed me. I was right to take my time with them because it ain't work out for certain reasons that I should have known. So let me back up there because this is going to culminate and it's going to make sense in a minute. So when you are dating a woman, what you want to do is you want to treat it like an investment in your life. Similar to how men take financial investments, whether it be the stock market, whether it be real estate. And let me give you some examples. When I first learned about trading stocks, and I also learned about real estate, you have to do your research, your due diligence. You have to research these properties. You have to research these stocks, okay? Now, I'm not saying you exactly need to go digging into the girl's past, but, sometimes that's helpful. Girls do it to us. They'll go online, look us up, see if we got a record, see if we crazy, all this other stuff. Usually I know when guys would meet a girl before the internet, like you would, like, yo, you ever heard of this girl? Yeah, she's from Burlington. Yeah, what you know about her? She cool? Oh, yeah, she's cool, man. Ain't nobody hit that. Like, she's a good girl, for real. Oh, wow. Thanks for telling me, that type of thing. But more than just that type of digging. What I mean is you want to spend your time and effort and focus on getting to know this woman before you just jump on in, okay? Doing your due diligence means before you jump in, you want to know, you want to find out what's important to you. You want to find out, like for me, let me give you an example. So for me, if I'm going to start dating a girl, I'm going to find out, first of all, do you have a sense of humor? Okay, and no particular order, but do you have a sense of humor? Can I laugh with you? Can I have fun with you? Because if you're too serious, if you're just such a tight-assed fucking prude, no, me and you are not going to have fun together, okay? Do you want to live a long, healthy life? Are you into the healthy lifestyle of taking care of yourself? The main reason being that if I am going to be with you because I want to live a long, healthy life, I'd like someone else who wants to live long with me instead of dying and leaving me, 40, 50 more years to live because she didn't really care about her health. There's stuff like, and this has kind of changed recently, but does she want children? If she does, that's great, Me, at this point, I'm not sure anymore whether I want children, but that was always a must for me. You gotta want children. Next, are you a hoe? Were you a hoe? Are you a cheater? Were you a cheater? These are certain things that I need to know before I invest in you. Do you take pride in your physical appearance as a woman? How you carry yourself as a lady? All these things are important to me. And when you're looking at a property, and I'm not saying women are properties, and when you look at, say, a stock or whatever investment that you are interested in, you need to find out if this investment works for you. You have to balance the risk factor, okay, to the payoff factor. There's a lot of factors that are important to you, that are specific to you, that only you know that is important to you. If all of those have been answered, then you can make the decision of whether you want to buy this stock, or if you want to buy this property, if you want to invest your time into this woman. Do you understand that? Because if it don't work out, like for example, I met a girl one time who was very much a lot of what I liked. She passed with flying colors, especially on sense of humor. Sense of humor, fitness. She passed with flying colors. Although she had kids, which was a negative mark for me because I prefer women without kids. Although I will date women with kids if you have other factors that bring you above. So, see what I'm saying? How I was managing risk there. I was like, kind of like, okay, well, she's got kids. I don't know if I want to deal with that. But, boom, 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 boom. But then for me, it got to, well, how many men have you been with? Because that's very important to me. As far as I'm concerned, if we're going to be sexually active, I'm putting my life in your hands. And I need to know if you're a woman that I should be with or not. You understand that? Like, my life is literally at risk if you are around the world all the time. You know, who knows what you could have, or, you know, you could tell me, nah, I ain't got nothing. Yes, and I understand that even a girl that only had one sexual partner could have something. The point is, I'm managing risk. If you had 100 partners versus 5 partners, okay, I'd rather have 5 partners because there's less risk. Okay, you have to manage your own risk. There are some investors out there that take big risks, and a lot of times there's a huge payoff for big risks, but also there's a big loss. I look at that the same way with relationships, whether it be with women or making new friends. Like, if there's a homeboy that I meet and I'm like, yeah, he's really cool, but yeah, you know, he's always running into problems with the law. He's always fighting when we go out. You know, he's been arrested several times. He's done time in and out of the jail. He's a career criminal. Okay, well, you're really cool, brother, but it's risky to hang with you, okay? Because I could get killed just messing around with you, or robbed, or whatever it is. So, brother, get yourself together, then we can talk. But yeah, getting back to the woman that I was with, talking to, she told me that she was with 35 men, and my jaw fucking dropped. She was real. Oh yeah, and then we went to and what's funny was, even after she told me that, she was like, I've really changed. I'm not like that anymore. I just, you know, had issues younger, and I believed if I wasn't with a guy that I wasn't pretty, and she explained herself, and I was like, okay, but I was still on eggshells with it. So I was getting to know her, and we went to the gym. We did a gym date, and she was more masculine than me in the gym, and I don't need that. Yeah, I went to put on my gloves. She told me gloves were for pussies. She wasn't very feminine at all. She was very butch-like in the gym. I was very surprised, considering how pretty and feminine and delicate she looked in public. I was like, wow, it was like an extreme turn-on. And after that day, we did not talk to each other at all. So, what it comes back to, remember what I said earlier? See, I should have told you this part first before I told you earlier. See, the failed relationships that I had, where I was rushed into a relationship, or I took a risk that I wasn't exactly sure, that's what I'm trying to say. I did my due diligence with both of them, but One of them definitely wasn't long enough, and one of them I just made an impulse decision. And both were failed for logical reasons that I should have understood, that I should have seen, but I did not, because of maybe wanting to be in a relationship or having feelings for them or whatever it was with those two different women. So you got to make sure that you can take a long enough time to get to know this woman or women, whoever you are that you're dating, to where you can logically make a decision without being too emotionally involved. Okay? So for example, there's this time that I met this girl, and we were both on the right track, on the same track, eye to eye. I mean, very, very good feeling with this girl. She had her issues, but they were issues that I could handle. And one of the things that I didn't expect to be a test was I introduced her to my family and friends, and they absolutely loved her. I mean, every single person loved her, and every review of her was stellar. I mean, if that don't make you, so, like I said, that just so much positive feedback, the payoff with this woman, was so great that I had to continue dating her and get serious with her. Understand? So, I hope I've helped you, brother. Take it slow, and also let them know, listen, I'm taking time to get to know you. I want to make sure I understand and know who I'm getting in a relationship with. Don't you think that's fair? And if she says, yeah, I mean, who's going to really say you bullshitting when you say that? Now, I understand if you lollygagging for, a few months like I did at one point. And I should have actually made a decision in this relationship a whole lot earlier of whether I was going to make this girl my girl or not. And I didn't. And I was lollygagging for, I don't know what specific reasons. I could probably guess, but that's not the point. The point is, take your time. I don't think that it's too long. If it's 1 to 3 months, I don't think that that's bad. I can't say that I can put my finger on how long you should date someone before you say, boom, you're my girl. But I think that you should learn how to have, be able to hold them at a distance while you're getting to know them. And not out of, I assume that you're asking me this because you keep running into and having failed relationships, or things keep happening, you're making bad decisions, so you want to make sure that you're making the proper choice. That's what I assume that you're telling me. So just make sure you take your time, relax, and enjoy the ride. Dating should not be stressful. It should be an enjoyable experience where you're relaxing and you're getting to know a new person. And when you feel it's right, when all your questions for due diligence have been answered. It's just like kicking tires on a car. You go test drive it. You check the warranty. Are the tires good? The engine good? How's the radio sound? Is the air conditioner good? What model is it? Who did it come from? What's its upbringing? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. As long as all of your questions have been answered, you're good to go. Some dudes' due diligence is, she's hot. Okay, you're my girl. And that's why some dudes rush into relationships. Some girl blows their socks off with sex. So, she all right, well, that's my girl now. I'm much more than that. And I've learned that it ain't everything. Believe that. While it's extremely important to me, it is not everything. So, I hope I've helped you, brother, do your due diligence. And write me if you need my help again. 1 million subscribers. Woo!